We're now into the playoffs, and I think we've established that Susie's a hair puller as she devastated the White Chicks last week, 131-68. Nearly every quarterback available on waivers outscored Tony Romo's 2 points. But let's be honest, Dan wasn't in this one. No, Dan wasn't in the same universe. The Volcanoes' receivers outscored all of Coldergeist as Antonio Bryant snagged 38 points. It's taken us all season to figure out exactly which real-world White Chick best reflects Coldergeist, and now we know. Lindsay Lohan. Even when she scores, it doesn't count. The story wasn't much different over in Candyland as the Bellies ripped the Dogs 110-53. Smarting from the shellacking last week, Jim rolled 44 points between Jay Cutler and the Steelers' defense. Meanwhile, only Eli Manning managed double digits for the Dogs as truckloads of Thorazine are already rolling to offer Mike some relief. The Javelinas squeaked by Syrup 108-102 as Sean Hill rolled up solid numbers at the QB slot for Dave. We'll give the Pigs their due as they had 88 points in unused bench reserve, meaning that Dave's got to make some tough choices as we enter the playoffs. But a tip of the hat to Syrup, who nearly nailed their team selection. Except for Jonathan Stewart's wasted 23 points, Johnny D benched all the underperformers and brought the scorers to the field. Good going, Johnny. Sometimes the Lions are downright scary. Catherine's wives spent the weekend doing duck and cover drills as Randy rolled up 142 points. We just knew it was going to be an ugly weekend as the Lions posted 44 points on Thursday night with his 1-2 punch of LT and Phillip Rivers. Catherine, we're only going to say this once, but you could probably use the direction. That's what a real man looks like. Meanwhile, down in Alabama, the Southern boys slipped by the Dukes 103-84. Quite frankly, after all of last week's trash talking, we expected a better performance out of the Rednecks' Matt Cassell. He scored just 16 points to lead the scoring slots, but Milan's only key performance came from Brian Westbrook and his 34 points. We've sent a team into the industrial district down in New Jersey to see what's left of Matt's grandmother. December 7th marks one of the most important dates in American history as the Kangaroos ended the regular season tied for last place. As Grandma Wedding used to say,
"Losing doesn't make you a loser." Oh wait, it does.
And with those prescient words, Don's fate was sealed for life. Sorry, Don. This week's program was slated to include a feature called Are You a Better Coach Than Don? But now it's clear that everyone within the sound of my voice already is. Okay, maybe not Dan. Yeah, Jeff's not exactly the sharpest tack in the box either. And maybe not that Greek kid with the bushy eyebrows. Anyway, most of you are demonstrably sharper than Don, and there's a natural tendency to celebrate his loss. We've all suffered mightily through years of inept league management. Stupid draft sequences. Bizarre and disgusting recipe contests. Sure, we could all sit back and have a good laugh at Don's expense. But no, that's not who we are. We're a generous and compassionate league, and we feel bad for our pasty fellow coach over in Cleveland. And that's why we've decided to offer our hand in friendship to Don and his underperforming marsupials. After considerable debate, we're asking each of you to collect your best coaching hints, draft strategies, and maybe a fashion idea or two and send them to helpcoachdonwedding@ymail.com. Please indicate if you'd like your comments to be treated anonymously. Here's an example. Don, ensure that all your fielded players will actually play that week. Okay, you're right. While this is relevant for Don, this is clearly a hint that Dan could benefit from as well. Send it in anyhow. I think you get the idea. Don't worry, Don, we're here to help. And for the rest of you managers, don't think of this as charity. Really, it's closer to pity. That's all for this week. Thanks, and we'll see you soon.